Hi and welcome back. I'm Gabe, the healthiest man on earth, 83 years old, coming to you from my Xterra. So the topic of the day is called I Ain't Dead Yet. So I had a brother who passed away when he was about 90 years old, 89, 90 years old. And about 10 years prior to that, I called him up and I said, "Hey, Al, what's going on?" And he says to me, "Not much, I'm just waiting around to die." And I said, "Well, that's great. What are you doing while you're waiting around?" And he said, "Well, I do crossword puzzles." I said, "Is that all you have to do is crossword puzzle while you're waiting around to die?" And he said, "Yeah, that's all I have to do." I said, "What's your wife doing while you're waiting around?" He said, "Well, she's probably waiting around for me to die as well." And my brother had a great sense of humor. You know, he had very dry, kind of a dark sense of humor, but he looked at the dark side of life with a sense of humor. So he had a great business for many, many years, and that's all he knew how to do was business. So when his business went south, he didn't know what to do with himself. So all he did was crossword puzzles. So I said, "Why don't you take a class, take an art class, or take a computer class, go dancing, ride a bike, take a swim, take a walk." He didn't know what to do. He was kind of lost. His only interest was business. So he just felt like he was waiting around to die. So I said, "Well, I hope you have got a great insurance policy." And he said, yeah. I said, "Am I one of your beneficiaries? I am your brother." And he said, No, you're not." And I said, "Well, that's depressing." I said, "Well, insurance companies call this a death benefit, by the way. It's it's a benefit to everybody else except the person who's dying or dead. And so your death benefits everybody else. What a great system we work under." So I said to him, "You're waiting around to die. You might have a long wait." And he did. He had a long wait. It was 10 years. So I said, "You ain't dead yet. So are you going to be doing crossword puzzles for the next 10 years, or the next 20 years, the next 30 years? You don't know how long you're going to be around." And he said, "Yeah, probably. That's probably all I'll do." So that got me thinking about, what happens after you go to the hereafter, wherever the hereafter may be. So I started thinking about reincarnation. What a great thought, reincarnation. When I think about reincarnation, I think about coming back as Gene Harris's hands, or Luis Miguel's voice. A lot of people, most people, I would think of reincarnation as, I want to come back as my labradoodle. I want to come back as a tree on a sunny beach in the Caribbean. That type of stuff. You might come back as a dog, you might come back as a dog in Bangladesh, or the Sudan, Who knows? You just don't know. So I asked my wife if she believes in reincarnation. And she says, "No." I said, "What do you believe in?" She says, "Well, I'm eternal." I said, "Oh, that's great. Well, what happens? What do you believe? What happens when you die?" She says, "Well, my soul leaves my body and joins all the collective souls." I said, "All the collective souls?" She said, "Yeah, all the collective souls." I said, "Is there a Starbucks, like a collective Starbucks that everybody meets? All the collective souls meet at the collective Starbucks once a week on a Friday?" She says, "Don't be ridiculous." I said, "Me ridiculous? It'll never happen." So, because I do these YouTube videos, I see a lot of things on YouTube. And recently, what came up was Frankie Valli from the Four Seasons is 90 years old and going on tour. What an inspiration Frankie Valli is. So if you feel like your life is over, you look to guys like Frankie Valli, and you'll understand that no matter how old you are, you're not too old. So anyways, no matter how old you are, if you're 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, you may have a lot of years ahead of you, It's not unusual for people to live to 100, 105, 106, 7. It's not that unusual. Happens all the time. So the best years of your life are still ahead of you because they're the only years you got left. So yeah, it's a great way to look at it. So make the best of what you got and try to enjoy the present, because you ain't dead yet. And don't forget that as you thinketh, so it shall be. Anyways, that's just me. I'm just a man in a car thinking out loud. So if you enjoy this video, that means you ain't dead yet. So please go ahead and subscribe, and we'll let you know when my next video is coming out, so you can enjoy more enlightening moments. Have a great one. Thanks for coming. Bye.
You got the lips, you got the touch, oh, the strings to my heart. I don't know what to say, you're my woman, I like it that way.